Buying books is basically legal hoarding. You walk into a store, leave with a stack of bound paper, and everyone calls it personal growth. The same relatives who would hold an intervention over empty takeout containers just smile and ask if you found anything good. I said I would explain the whole system, so here is the breakdown, based entirely on looking around my own house and calling it research. Stage 1 is the innocent start. You buy one book, just one, for a trip or a rainy weekend. It sits on the nightstand like a polite guest who plans to leave. Then you buy a second because the first one was decent. Now you have a pair. Pairs look lonely, so you add a third. Suddenly you hit critical mass. That is the moment books start breeding. You leave home with a list of 3 titles and return with 7. The extras are on sale or looked interesting or might be useful someday. You tell yourself books make people smarter. This is true even when half of them stay unopened and double as expensive coasters. Here is where the science gets real. We can sort book people into clear types. Type A is the aspirational buyer. These books belong to the version of you that will exist next year. Language courses, productivity guides, thick classics that photograph well. They form a protective crust over the books you actually finish. Type B is the series collector. You finish book 1 and immediately buy the rest of the trilogy, plus the prequel and the companion cookbook. Your shelf gains a colorful section of unfinished promises. Type C is the thrift store raider. You enter for a free bookmark and exit with a bag heavy enough to stop a door. Each book costs less than coffee, so the guilt math equals 0. At home, they join the retirement pile. Type D is the gift receiver. People learn you like books, and every birthday becomes a paper brick. You smile, say thank you, and add another hardback about medieval farming to the unread tower. Then organization begins. You buy shelves, then more shelves. Then you rearrange the living room so the tallest ones face the front door, like a museum. Guests walk in and say, "Wow, you must read a lot." You say, "Yes," while calculating how many unread piles hide behind the couch. But the real escalation happens when kids show up. Suddenly, it is not your hoard anymore. It is a family library. You buy picture books, then chapter books, then duplicates so no one argues. The taxonomy grows. Adult fiction, kids nonfiction, rainy day comics, emergency boredom busters. You invent systems. Color coding collapses after one wet afternoon. Alphabetical order lasts until someone needs a book in a hurry. Then you create mood shelves and seasonal rotations. The house develops a smell that only other book people recognize as home. Parents understand this. A house with books is a house with backup plans for quiet nights and sick days. Kids grow up thinking walls are supposed to hold stories. You catch them reading under covers with a flashlight and pretend to be annoyed while feeling quietly proud. I still own books from college with the original receipt used as a bookmark. I own duplicates because I forgot I already had them. My to-read stack could rent its own small apartment. And every time I walk past a bookstore, my feet turn in like they have their own separate brain. It stays legal because no one has written a law against owning too much potential. The books do not expire. They do not need walks. They just sit there, patiently judging you from the shelf. So yes, buying books is legal hoarding, the kind where the clutter makes you look cultured instead of concerning. Keep the stacks. Build the family library. Just leave a path to the door.